This is the best car wiring diagram app, and it is running right here in a phone browser. No App Store, no Play Store, no install, no login. You just open a link. If you search for a car wiring diagram app to pull up in the garage, this is the honest answer. It is a browser web app, the kind you open in Chrome or Safari on the phone already in your pocket, not a native app you download from the stores. And that is the whole point. Let me show you real car diagrams on a phone-sized screen in about 10 seconds. Here's where most car wiring apps let you down. The good ones are heavy native downloads, gigabytes of storage, an account, and often a subscription before you have drawn a single line. The free ones in the stores are usually just static picture galleries with ads on top. But think about when you actually need a wiring diagram. You are at the car, under the dash, out at the trailer plug, halfway through stereo install, hands busy, phone on the seat. You do not want to install anything. You want to open a tab and have the diagram there. So the tool for that job needs 3 things. It has to run in a plain mobile browser. It has to load real car diagrams, stereo, lighting relays. And it has to work with touch, pinch to zoom, drag to pan, tap to select. Quick, honest note before we open it. This app is ours. I will show you exactly what it does on a phone and where it stops, because it is not a paid factory service manual database, and I am not going to pretend it is. Here it is on a phone with screen. One URL, CircuitDiagramMaker.app/try. The editor loads straight into the browser. No download prompt, no sign-in wall. That already clears the biggest hurdle before we touch a diagram. Now for the part that matters, real car diagrams loaded on the phone. This is a car stereo wiring diagram, open straight from a link. Head unit, speakers, the switched and constant power feeds, the ground, a real automotive layout rendered in the browser tab. No PDF to download, no manual to buy. And it is not a flat picture. Pinch to zoom in on the head unit pinout. Drag to pan across to the speaker outputs. Everything stays crisp because it is drawn as vector, not a screenshot, so zooming in to read a tiny pin label actually works on a small screen. There's a whole public library like this: car stereo, headlights, relays, alternators, trailer plugs, fuse blocks. Open any of them on the phone, free, and read them right there at the car. And it is not read-only. This is a full editor on the phone, not just a viewer. Down the side is the symbol library, real electrical parts. Battery-style supply, switches, a light fixture, fuses, ground. Tap a symbol, tap the canvas, and it drops onto the grid. That is how you sketch a quick 12-volt accessory circuit. Driving lights, a horn, right there in the parking lot. Wire 2 pins together, and the wire routes itself with clean right angles. Drag a component, and every wire connected to it follows. On a picture-only app, moving anything means the drawing falls apart. Here the connections are live, so you can actually reshape a circuit on a touchscreen, and it keeps up. Here is the one thing that separates this from every other car diagram app in the stores. It can actually simulate the circuit. There's a real spice engine built into the page. The same browser tab, no extra app. Open Simulate, run a DC operating point, and live voltages and currents appear right on the diagram. 12 volts on the supply side, a clean 0 at the chassis ground, real current in the branches. If you grounded the wrong pin or fed a relay coil from the load side, the numbers say so on the phone in seconds before you ever crimp a real wire or blow a fuse. A picture gallery can never do that. This is a working tool, not a photo of one. Now the honest limits, because I would rather you hear them from me. This is a browser web app. You can add it to your home screen so it opens like an app and even works offline, but it is not a native app in the App Store or the Play Store, and I'm not going to call it one. It is also not a factory service manual database. It will not pull the exact color-coded harness for your specific year and trim. That is what paid services like a subscription repair database are for. What this does is let you read real wiring diagrams and draw your own 12-volt circuits, free, on any device with a browser. Different job. And because it is just a web app, it goes wherever your browser goes. The same link opens on your phone in the garage, your tablet on the workbench, and your laptop at home. Same diagram, no install on any of them. Share a link, and a mate opens the exact same live diagram on their phone. No app to download on their end either. Export a PNG for free to drop into a text or a build thread. The vector formats, SVG, PDF, and CD, sit on the paid plan. That is the business model, and I would rather tell you than have you find out. So, the honest verdict on the best car wiring diagram app. If you want a native app that lives on your home screen with no browser at all, or a licensed factory database for one exact vehicle, this is not that. And I have said so. But if you want to pull up real car wiring diagrams on the phone already in your hand, no app store, no login, no subscription, read them, zoom them, draw your own, and actually simulate them, all in a browser tab. This is hard to beat. It works on every device you own, and it is free to open. So do not take my word for it. Pull out your phone, open the link, and load a car diagram in your own browser. If it is not the easiest car wiring app you have used in the next 2 minutes, you have lost nothing. It was free, and there was nothing to install. It is at CircuitDiagramMaker.app/try on your phone right now. The link is in the description. Subscribe for a new wiring video every week. See you in the next one.